Hi, primary kids. I promised you a new song, so here I am to teach you a new song. And this is all about the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. And we'll get to see them in conference in a couple weeks when we watch conference on TV. So I'm going to sing it to you and see if you notice anything about this song. It goes, Nelson, Oakes, Irene, Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christopherson, Anderson, Rasband, Stevenson, Renling, Gong, and Soares. Does that sound familiar to you? It's the same tune as our books of the Book of Mormon, but this time we're putting some names into it. And right now that might just sound like a bunch of nonsense, like a whole bunch of names that don't make any sense. But we're going to learn a little something about each of these people, and hopefully, excuse me, hopefully you will get to know their names and something about them and make that connection so that when you see them, you'll know who they are. So our first one is Nelson. And I think you probably know who that is. That's our prophet, President Nelson. So the thing we're going to remember about President Nelson is that he was a heart surgeon. So if you have your pictures and your little symbols all cut out, you can lay them all on the floor if you want and match them up, or you can get tape and tape it. I had to tape it because you can't see them if I put them on the floor. So this is President Nelson. So our first one goes, Nelson. That's easy. Nelson. You think you can do that? Do it with me. Nelson. You did it. Okay, we are going to do some hand actions. So Nelson, we're going to do a heart because he was a heart surgeon. So let's try it. Nelson. You did it. You're so smart. Wasn't that easy? We already know part of the song now. All right, so next it goes, Nelson Oakes. This is Elder Oakes. And Elder Oakes was a Supreme Court justice. So he was a lawyer. And if you think about a judge, do you think of that gavel? Boom. I always wanted one of those gavels to play with. So that's going to be our symbol. And if you look at your pictures, I bet you can find a picture of a gavel. So we are going to put the gavel on Elder Oakes. Anywhere on him. Maybe not on his face. Anywhere else, okay? So now we have Nelson Oakes. Our actions go. Nelson Oakes. Let's do it one more time. Oops, I almost forgot. Nelson Oakes. One more time. Nelson Oakes. The next one's Irene. So it goes Nelson Oakes. Irene. Why do you think we do that symbol? His name kind of sounds like it's saying I, doesn't it? Irene. And he has glasses. So we're going to do like this. And also, Elder Irene was a professor at a university, a really smart university. And usually professors are a little bit on the nerdy side. And sometimes when we think of nerds, we think of glasses, right? So let's look for a picture that could have something to do with school. I think I found it. Did you find it? I think it's this hat, and I'm going to put it up here. Since it's a hat, I'm going to put it on his head. Okay? Do you remember our tune? First and second, book 75. Let's see. Nelson Oakes, Irene. Let's do our symbols with it. Nelson Oakes, Irene. One more time. Nelson Oakes, Irene. We need one more to finish off that line. This is Elder Ballard. Doesn't he look like a nice guy? He looks like the kind of grandpa that would have candy in his pockets, doesn't he? That's what I think he looks like a candy grandpa. He might have some candy in his pockets. But that's not our symbol for him. Elder Ballard he was a car salesman. So let's look for a car. I'm looking at my pictures. Oh, I found a car. He sold cars for a living. So we're going to put our car on there, and our symbol for Ballard is going to be driving a car. That makes sense, doesn't it? All right, here we go. Nelson, ooh, they're stuck together. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard. Ready? Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard. Let's do it one more time, all four of them. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard. Are you done for today? Do you think you can learn a little bit more? If you think you can learn a little bit more, stay with me. If you're done for today, then just hit pause and you can do this again tomorrow. We're right at 6 minutes. So if you want to come back to 6 minutes and you'll start new, okay? All right. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard. This is my favorite. I bet this is a lot of your parents' favorite too. Elder Holland. Elder Holland tells really great stories. When he gives talks, he always tells us a good story and we walk away with such a warm feeling inside. I love when Elder Holland talks. So look for him at conference and see if you recognize him when he speaks and you'll know, Sister Tusha loves Elder Holland, okay? So Elder Holland was the president at BYU. So if you like BYU, then maybe Elder Holland is your favorite. If you like the University of Utah, maybe Elder Holland isn't your favorite because he's the president at BYU. All right? So what do you think we should do for BYU? Well, we're going to make a great big Y. You can't even see me. I have to lay down so you can see my Y. Okay? Let's look at the pictures. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard, ooh, Ballard, Holland. I kind of messed up the picture, so let's do it again. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard, Holland. And now our signs. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard, Holland. That's as far as we've gone. Okay, then the next one I think you might know too. So we're going to go Holland, and then our arms are going to come down like an airplane. Uchtdorf. Do you know who President Uchtdorf is? Oh, he used to be a pilot and he loves to tell stories about planes. This is President Uchtdorf, and he's German. So when he talks, he's got a little bit of an accent, okay? So what picture do you think would go with Uchtdorf? I see a cow. I don't think that goes with him. I see a calculator. I don't think that goes with him. How about an airplane for President Uchtdorf? All right, let's start from Holland. We'll go Holland, Uchtdorf, Holland, Uchtdorf, Holland, Uchtdorf. That's kind of hard. All right, and we're going to go from our Y down to our plane. So let's go from the very beginning. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf. Flying your plane, keep flying it. You can run around flying your plane. All right, our next one is Elder Bednar. That's what Elder Bednar looks like. He looks like a nice guy too. All these guys look so nice. Now, some of you might like Elder Bednar because he played football. He was the high school quarterback. So we have a little football for him. I'm going to put it up here like he's throwing it. And right next to Bednar is Cook. And Cook played a whole bunch of sports. Do you think they ever get together and play sports? Do you think they go out and throw a football or maybe do a little bit of pickup basketball? I don't know, maybe. But Bednar played football and Cook played basketball. But he played lots of sports, but we're going to use basketball. So obviously when we do our signs, we're going to do throwing a football and bouncing a basketball. Okay? My football throw is not very good. I don't know how to throw football. Football, basketball. It's the best I can do. All right, let's do from Holland. So we're going to go, okay, from the very beginning. Nelson, Oaks, Irene, Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook. Did you remember those symbols? One more time. Nelson, Oaks, Irene, Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook. I keep forgetting them. All right, we're going to keep going. We got a few more. Next is Christofferson. Let me tell you kind of a cool story about Elder Christofferson. When he was about 13 years old, his mom got cancer, and his mom loved fresh made bread, homemade bread. Have you guys been making bread at your house since we've all been locked up with the virus? So his mom loved homemade bread. So he asked his grandma to teach him how to make homemade bread. And then all through high school, he made bread for his family because that was something that his mom loved. And so he wanted to do that for her. Isn't that so sweet? So for Elder Christofferson, we have some bread. Can you find the bread picture? There's Elder Christofferson. And our symbol is going to be like we're stirring, okay? You kind of need bread and stuff, but stirring's a lot easier. So we're going to stir up some bread, put some flour in there and start stirring it, okay? And I'm going to give you another one. So we got Christofferson. And then right after Christofferson is another son one. It's Anderson. And Elder Anderson grew up on a dairy. And every morning he had to milk the cows. Even on Christmas Day, he had to milk the cows before he could open his presents. So I think I saw a cow. We're going to put a cow on Elder Anderson. Elder Anderson milked the cows. Do you know how to milk a cow? It's kind of like this. Kind of go like this. So we're going to milk the cow. Okay? Let's go through our pictures and then we'll do our symbols. If I can get them not to stick. Nelson, Oaks, Irene, Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christoph. Oh, Bednar, you're in the wrong place, Bednar. Why are you in the wrong place? Hold on. Let's put Bednar back in his place. Where does Bednar go? We better go through it again. You tell me when to stop. Nelson, Oaks, Irene, Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Bednar, get in there. Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, Christofferson, Anderson. Okay. All right. Here we go with our symbols. They're getting harder, aren't they? It's hard to remember them all. Nelson, Oaks, Irene, Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, milk the cow, Anderson, milking the cow. All right, next, we got to stop milking the cows. Next is Elder Rasband, and he was the mission president in New York City Do you know what else is in New York City? A great big statue of a lady holding a book and holding a light up in the sky. The Statue of Liberty. That's what she looks like. And when I was little, my little brother thought her name was Statue de Libdy. And so that's what we call her in our house, is Statue de Libdy. But she's really called the Statue of Liberty. So we are going to put the Statue of Liberty on Elder Razvan, okay? And our symbol is gonna be like this, because we're holding our book and holding the torch just like the statue, all right? Razvan Stevenson is our next one, and I think you'll like this one. Elder Stevenson, did he own it? I think. Oh, he did. He co-founded a treadmill business. He made and sold treadmills. Isn't that funny? Have you ever thought that somebody had to make and invent that? Well, he did. Elder Stevenson, he's another son. We've had Christofferson, Anderson, now we have Stevenson. It's a lot of sons, okay? So for Stevenson, we're gonna run. All right, let's look at their pictures and then we'll do actions. Nelson Oakes, Irene Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, Razvan Stevenson. All right, here we go with our actions. Can you remember them all? We only have 3 more. Okay, here we go. Whew. Gotta clear my head so I can remember them all. Nelson Oakes, Irene Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, Razvan Stevenson. Are you running? Stevenson is running. I think we better start again from Bednar to Stevenson because I keep forgetting those actions and you might be forgetting them too. The first ones we've done over and over and over, but the last ones are a little bit harder. So if we do, we'll start from Holland because Holland and then Uchtdorf's kind of fun to do the plane. So we'll go Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, Razvan Stevenson. Are you running? All right, good news. Our next symbol is exactly like the very first one. What's our first symbol that we do? A heart for Nelson, because he was a heart surgeon, right? There's Brother Tusher. Guess what? Elder Renlin was also a heart surgeon. So we are going to put our other heart. Did you wonder why there were 2 hearts? We're going to put our other heart on Elder Renlin. That's Elder Renlin. And he was also a heart surgeon. Okay? Let's just do our last 3 together. Okay? This is Renlin. And then the next one is Elder Gong. And Elder Gong's family painted murals on buildings. They painted murals at soup kitchens in several countries around the world. So he's gonna paint. So we're gonna have Renlin Gong. And our last one is Elder Soares. And Elder Soares is really good at math because he is an accountant. So that means he adds numbers and figures out how to make them all balance. So that's Elder Soares. So our last ones are gonna go Renlin, Gong, and Soares. So one more time. Renlin, Gong, and Soares. And our actions are gonna go like this. Renlin, Gong. We're gonna paint just like Elder Gong. Renlin, Gong, and Soares. We're gonna count like Elder Soares, okay? That's That's it. We did them all. All right, let's sing it again. There you go. Nelson Oaks. Irene fell. Irene Ballard. Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, Rasband, Stevenson, Renlin, Gong, and Cook. No, Soares. I did the wrong one. Sister Too Sure. All right, let's try it with the actions. That's a little bit easier than flipping pages. Did you get all of your pictures matched up with people? Hopefully you got them all. There shouldn't be any pictures left. All right, here we go. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, Rasband, Stevenson, Renlin, Gong, and Soares. One more time. We did it the whole way through. I know I keep saying one more time, and then I do it like 20 more times. But I don't want to say 20 more times, because then you'd go, oh, I can't do it 20 more times. One more time. Nelson Oaks, Irene Ballard, Holland, Uchtdorf, Bednar, Cook, Christofferson, Anderson, Rasband, Stevenson, Renlin, Gong, and Soares. Good job. I am going to record this a separate time just singing with our actions, okay? So you don't have to watch the whole video if you want to sing the whole thing. I tried to pull up the music and to sing it with the music, and it was way, 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 way too fast. I couldn't keep up. It was so hard with all the actions. So we will just sing it a cappella right now, which means with no music behind us. And until we really get to know it good. If we get to know it really, really good, then maybe we can sing it faster and faster and faster. But right now, we're still learning it. So we got to keep it really slow, all right? Thank you for joining me. I hope that you learned something about the apostles so that when conference comes, you'll know a little bit about them, okay? I will see you later. Bye, guys.